Cordial greetings, tutor and classmates. My name is Jonathan Steven Gonzalez Conde, and I'm going to share my meaningful experiences about pedagogical practice. Okay, so introduction. Within the framework of the Liley strategy of the Universidad Nacional Abierta de Distancia UNAD, pedagogical practices become a vital component for the development of linguistic skills in young people and adults who immerse themselves in learning the English language, starting from level basic and without previous academic experience in this language. These practices are a fundamental component of the bachelor's degree in foreign language with emphasis in English and represent an immersion stage where future language teachers apply and demonstrate their pedagogical skills. This scenario is configured with high expectations, seeking to address the diverse training needs of the students through the design of relevant content and activities in a dynamic environment conducive to learning. During this process, evaluation tools such as diagnostic and English skill tests were developed, allowing a comprehensive evaluation of prior knowledge and linguistic competencies. This experience has allowed me to acquire skills in preparing effective study plans and developing improvement strategies based on the detailed analysis of the results obtained in said evaluations. So, objectives. The general objective is to demonstrate the impact and learning obtained through significant experiences during pedagogical practice in the UNAD Liley strategy, highlighting how these have contributed to the development of pedagogical skills and the strengthening of the teaching learning process in English students with English basic level. So, specific objectives: identify and describe the most relevant and significant experiences during the pedagogical practice process in the Liley strategy. Focus on the design and application of evaluation tools and study plans. Analyze the impact of this process of pedagogical practices on the adaptation of pedagogical strategies, allowing an improvement in the process of teaching the English language to students without previous experience. Communicate how the lessons learned through these significant experiences have contributed to personal and professional growth as a future language teacher, highlighting the importance of reflection and continuous development in pedagogical practice. Now I want to share my significant experiences in three stages: initial stage, middle stage, and final stage. So, initial stage. Before starting my pedagogical practice, the expectations were very high. I was always trying mainly to address all the training needs of the students with the expectation of designing and developing the appropriate content and activities for the students, and of course, fostering an environment, dynamic and pleasant learning environment for the students, where that can contribute to the improvement of their learning process and carry out an excellent process of pedagogical practices. For me, it was complicated to prepare and design the material that was going to be used, the content and presentation of the topics, the activities that were going to be developed, and above all, the student evaluation process. However, this was a process that improved during the development of the English sessions. Each lesson plan design allowed me to improve the design of other English sessions. So, on the other hand, the design and application of the diagnostic test was one of the first processes that was developed. This design and implementation were not complicated because the topic and the previous knowledge that was evaluated were of a simple topic. However, it was important to read and analyze the documents and support materials that the teacher and the course provided to design this diagnostic test. The evaluated topic was selected according to the contents and units for the study plan of the English 1 course, in which students from the first semester of the program bachelor's degree in foreign languages with emphasis in English, and mainly from this scenario and lay pedagogical strategy, took part. It was a great challenge to design the reading and the question that could assess prior knowledge and reading and writing skills in this diagnostic test. But through the support of the teacher, the documents, and feedback, a good diagnostic test could be designed. So, intermediate stage. During this time, I had already gotten to know the student that I was in charge very well, and it was easier for me to design and implement the design and activities of the English sessions. Some students were more confident and actively participated in the English sessions. Other students had word problems that didn't allow them to attend the sessions, and others partially attended the English meetings. However, in this way, the sessions continued developing. The students demonstrated their linguistic skills of the language, asked questions about each topic that was covered, and practical and dynamic activities were developed that allowed the application and production of the knowledge learned. As a teacher in training, I learned a lot from analyzing students' questions, their problem-solving methods, listening to their perspectives, and adapting teaching based on their interactions and feedback that I received from them. So, on the other hand, the design and application of the English skill test had almost the same procedure. The topic that was evaluated was a little more complicated for the students because most of them indicated that they had no prior knowledge of its use and application. It was, it was also important to read and analyze the documents and support materials that the teacher and the course provided to design this English skill test. The results were very average. Most students had problems with spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Some had problems with the audio provided for the listening activity. However, most of them had a good reading comprehension. This allowed me to analyze the abilities and skills of the students to adapt the teaching to improve their understanding and mastery of the topics, and obviously to improve their English linguistic skills. In the final stage of the pedagogical practice, the students were already familiar with the development and dynamics of the English sessions. Their progress in the learning language was noted. They improved some of their linguistic skills and learned about resources, methods, and strategies contributing to their learning process. On the other hand, an improvement plan was developed based on the results obtained from the test in which the students' difficulties and performance were analyzed. In general, I was a little nervous at the beginning of this pedagogical practice, but during the development of the sessions, everything was easier. I felt more confident and I progressively improved, as I said before. Finally, I learned a lot from each of the students. It's interesting to see and analyze all the challenges that teachers face that can improve their teaching process. I understood that a teacher must be in constant research, must be updated regarding technological trends and technological tools, must use effective learning methods and strategies, and must be reflective and critical of his or her teaching process. That is all about my meaningful experiences. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.